So it's now event season. If you're an event, exhibition, open day or summer fair, give the team at Fast Signs a call. They can help your event stand or stall, stand out and make a statement. From banners and flags to tablecloths and backdrops, the team at Fast Signs would love to have a chat with you and see how they can help. Just check out fastsigns.com/Leeds, and if you mention the Lot Pod, I'm fairly certain the guys, Andy and the team, will give you a really good deal. Hi everybody, welcome to the Lot Pod, the Leeds Rhinos Lot 17A podcast, kindly sponsored by Fast Signs, producer Chris, Eddy and Cameron. Back with us.
I'm back with a bang.
It's like a surprise return at the Royal Rumble or something where his music just hits and you're like, oh my God, it's Cameron, he's back. He's back. It's been a long time. It's been too long.
Yep.
How are you, young man?
I am fantastic, especially after the win last night. I don't know if it's ever been mentioned, but I've only been away because I've been raising my first daughter, so shout out
congratulations.
to her. And what a good year it's been for her in her first year as an official Leeds Rhinos fan.
Not bad. Another grand final on the way.
Aye. So been doing that, but I've been missing doing.
You've been missed on the pod, yes.
Yes. So I'm very pleased to be back, and I can't think of a better game this season to come on.
Yeah, you waited for this one.
God, imagine if it had been Saints when we lost
6-0. Welcome back, Carl. Saints 6, Leeds 0. No, not again. Not anymore. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, good, buzzing.
We've had a really busy month, I reckon.
It's been ridiculous, hasn't it?
I think it started with Lackey. The back end of July, kind of creeping into August. And off the back of that, we've had Danny Maguire.
Yeah, that's going to be out next week.
That's going to be out next week as you listen to this, as you watch this.
You must have lost your marbles about that.
Well, I did. Honest, I was telling Jamie Jones on the latest podcast. We were down with Jamie Jones at AMT Headingley this week to record a podcast.
Yeah,
and
make sure you watch the proper one, not this official Leeds Rhinos.
Not the official one, watch ours.
Yeah.
Because ours is miles better. And he was brilliant, wasn't he? He was
amazing, yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing. Absolutely
inspirational
phenomenal
guy, actually. I think, having spoken to him, I think he's 100% the right man for the job.
100%.
He's got some really good ideas. He gets it, doesn't he, obviously? And I just liked if you listen to it, he talks about the city and culture and things like that, and it is something that we need to push further, isn't it? So I think he'll do some really good work.
A doubt. He was very welcoming. He was really polite, incredibly polite.
He's a special person.
He's the only person, right, that asked us questions.
He asked us questions.
I'm not surprised.
It's like, I'm going to ask you
on and off the pod, and he's the only person that said, "I know why you are called the Lot Pod. I know why."
He's done his research,
called Lot 17. He knew straight away, which is very rare.
Lovely fella, and it's a great listen as well, isn't it?
It's a great listen, and he is a great listener.
Yeah,
because even off the pod, he was saying when we were setting up,
he was just super interested.
It was like he was interviewing us before. The pod before the pod was JJB interviewing us.
The club's in good hands with him.
Absolutely phenomenal. So thanks again to Jamie Jones Buchanan. If you haven't seen that interview, it's me and Kirsty and Chris is producing. If you haven't seen it, pause this, go watch that, as I always say, and then come back to this because it's absolutely brilliant. And thanks again to Jamie, and thanks to Headingley for hosting us once more. And we are also heading back down to the Brotherhood Bar in the heart of Leeds City Centre, the best bar in town, for another live event. We're going to do a Battle of the Bands podcast. It's the
Battle of the Bands?
Battle of the Bands, yeah. And I told you.
Oh, am I playing?
You're on synth.
Oh, God. I'll take my Moog.
Oh, what a way to find out. We've been rehearsing all week.
Wondered where you were.
That's why I'm late. I'm really late tonight. A battle of the podcasts. It's ourselves, the Lot Pod, versus the Knock On Effect, which is, of course, Jared O'Connor and Tom Nicholson-Watton's podcast. And they're joining us as we battle it out. Pod versus Pod at the Brotherhood Bar on Tuesday, 26th of August at 7 p.m. Tickets are available now. They are £5 per person. The link will be available on the top pinned comment on this very video on YouTube, or if you head over to our Instagram page at @lot_pod. There's lots of links there. Or if you just Google Eventbrite, Google Lotpod, Google Battle of the Bands, Lotpod, Eventbrite, all details are there. £5 per person. Come on down. It'll be a fantastic evening. I'm sure we'll have a fantastic time. Match review panel time. We're going to review the game. We're going to hand out our Lucky Miller Fast Times player of the match, and then we're going to preview the whole game, and I'm going to stop clapping. 26-8 to Leeds.
28-6.
28-6. Look at that. I got that wrong.
I think, were you close on your prediction?
Well, I want to start with a massive negative. Because I've
dear.
got a bone to pick with you and a bone to pick with Phil, who was sat there.
What?
Don't blame
He
me.
convinced me to go higher. I said Leeds 22. I said I might change that. You're both going, give him the old Mrs. Doyle from Father Ted. Go on. I said 22 and I changed it to 32.
You didn't put money on it, did you?
I'm going to say that was going to be my question. Is
$5,000. $5,000 down this one. No, I were close, but I were absolutely over the moon, obviously. Positives. Cameron, what positives can the Rhinos take from this one?
I want to start with a player who's already had lots of plaudits from lots of people after last night, so I'm just the latest person. But Keenan Palacia.
We go KP.
KP. What, the successor to JP, maybe?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, making a point on that later.
Well, he was excellent. I think.
God.
Look, we talk about signings of the season. Jake Connor's obviously got to be up there. Love that man. I love you so much, Jake. It's the first time I've been on the pod since Jake's been a Leeds player. You're amazing, Jake.
Go on the pod.
Arguably, the signing of the season could be Keenan because look, he came in as a bit of an unknown. I seem to remember Gold Coast fans weren't enamoured by him, and there were some negative comments from them when we signed him. But he's come in, and I mentioned before in the pod before the pod, as you
which
like
is
to
the best
call
pod.
it.
Is the best pod.
I mentioned taking us back to the very beginning of Lot Pod,
Of the Lot Pod.
when I was one of the first guests.
You were?
And we had an on-running talking point about a certain Zane Tetavana.
Remember him? Remember him?
I said very early on in the season that Keenan is what we all thought Zane was going to be for Leeds. I think there's a little bit of Matt Pryor sprinkled in there because of his ball movement as well. And as we've already sort of alluded to, very similar to in some aspects to Jamie Peacock, I think.
JP, yeah, I agree.
He's been absolutely brilliant. He started the season really well, and especially in these last few weeks when we've had key personnel missing, I think he's encapsulated everything that Brad Arthur wants in this team and has led the way, especially with an 18-year-old in the front row with him. He's been
unbelievable.
Eddie loves KP as much as I love Blackie.
I'm just petrified of what's to come. Positives, producer Chris.
I don't know where to start.
Everything.
It's tough, isn't it?
Everyone. The lot.
Just the night, actually. It was such good atmosphere for a Thursday night.
Yeah, I got there late again, but good.
And I suppose OKR fans played a part in that, although they were quite quiet.
I wonder why that
we had no reason to celebrate, did there?
The whole night was just really good. And I was saying on the pod before the pod to Cameron, I wasn't nervous because I felt like we don't really need to win this one. This is not in as playoff sort of aspirations. So I was quite sort of relaxed about it. So I just really, really enjoyed it.
The thing that I kept forgetting was it was Thursday.
Yeah.
I totally forgot it was Thursday.
And I'm not joking. Driving home, driving there, going home to the... people kept telling me numerous times, Eddy, it is Thursday night, my friend.
Well, I did.
And I just kept forgetting.
I did my usual, go home and watch it.
Realising
have a glass of brandy. And then it's 2:00 and I'm going,
oh my God, it's Thursday.
It did have that big Friday night game feel to it.
100%.
yeah.
This is why some Thursday games wind me up, because it should have been the big Friday night.
It should have been the big one.
game.
Yeah.
I just consistently kept forgetting.
Great night, though. Great
Absolutely. Superb. My positives are just everyone and everything. I'd like to start at the very top. Presley Cassell.
Are we going to call him Elvis?
Elvis. It's just amazing me.
He's got Sam Burgess vibes.
Oh my God, I'm glad you said that, because like that's what I was
He's
thinking.
not as big, is it?
No, but
seamlessly
in.
I was absolutely gutted he didn't score that try.
Oh, you mean when he carved
When he
through
broke
him?
like
Oh,
that,
I was so sure he was going to score.
That's just...
Just before I continue, I have never implored anyone, or I can't remember, implored anyone more to score than I did. I was running out of air. I couldn't get
So
air
desperate for him to score.
in my system to my organs quick enough to scream at him anymore to please score.
It reminded
If
me
he'd have
of...
scored, I probably would have passed out.
Sam Burgess scored a try for England, didn't he?
Yeah, Great Britain in
Great Britain.
I think it was 2007 against New Zealand. I think.
Ellen Road, I'm sure.
I might have been wrong,
and
but
it was very similar, wasn't it? I would just like, we've got something special here.
yeah.
And
Just a step
I don't
and
think
go.
I've ever seen a young kid be so comfortable.
No,
I mean, starting front row, he's not even a front rower, really.
Literally, like that is the hardest position I think for a teenager to play
18?
because you've not finished your physical development. It's so hard to come in and especially starting prop against. People would say, I think we've got an argument to say we've got the best pack, but the only other contender I would say would be Hull KR, who outmuscled Wigan last week, and they come here and they got shown what's what by an 18-year-old, didn't they?
Yeah.
The scary thing is, he is only 18,
Yep.
and he's standing up against a big pack. We didn't have much of a pack, we've got a lot missing, a lot of strength is missing there.
Yeah, I did read some stuff online by Hull KR fans saying that the props were depleted.
It's only because they only had Jarrah Warrior who's suspended, and then they obviously lost Jesse Sue to an injury. But that can happen. They had a bench of 4 forwards.
We had an 18-year-old second rower at prop, James Bentley, on the bench as prop.
And a young, what's Littlewood? Is he a back rower?
Littlewood.
He's been playing down the middle, but he's generally a back.
So,
well, traditionally was a back rower.
I think they need to wind the necks in.
Yeah.
So we've got Presley at 18 currently, and we said this about Morgan. Probably said this a million times on this platform. What, just in 2 years' time, when Presley's 20, see, easy maths, what are we going to be looking at here?
Something special.
He's somebody in NRL, probably.
Unfortunately,
he's signed till 2028.
Yeah, he's got one of the longest contracts in the club.
Let's just get another one there tomorrow morning.
Well, that's literally what I said to my dad the other day. Let's get him signed till 2031 or beyond that.
We said when Morgan Gannon broke through, we had 2022 whenever it was. We used to joke, let's get a 10-year deal on that kid, and we just need the same for.
I just hope that
Presley
has a bit more luck with
injuries. Yeah,
but to be fair, he's a bigger body, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a bigger frame.
More wiry, wasn't he? For I mean, he's bulked out now.
I think Gannon made his debut at 17.
Yeah, he was 17, 2021.
17, so that's...
It's funny enough, he scored his first Leeds try in a big win away at Castleford.
He did, and I was there,
and same for good old Presley.
And then his try.
Beauty, wasn't it?
Composure as well, because he could have panicked when that takes the ricochet.
I couldn't see what were going on, to be perfectly honest. We were there.
Other end on it for us. Composure, but you make your own luck, don't you? He's followed Cam's kick. He's knocked it up.
I wish it was my kick. I think it was Callum Watkins' kick.
I'm looking at it. I hadn't drunk for 6 years. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Callum's kick. Grounded it well. And I think it's a massive positive and enormous shout out to our academy again. JJB mentioned the hard work. They are the foundation.
And by all accounts, he's not the only one.
No. There's more coming through. There's more there.
So it's going to be really, really interesting. I mean, we walloped Hull KR's academy. I don't know what they're playing at, but they've got no academy players, have they, or anything? No. So it's like, the future is bright.
Just on a side note on that, this is why it's utterly ridiculous why the rest of the league is going to be having 10 quarter players in next year.
You make a good point.
Don't start me.
We've not really used all 7 of our quarter players this year, because you look at Matt Frawley and ECW. So we're basically running with 5, and we're focusing on British players and our own developed players, and that's just going to kill that. And if they could retract the decision, which I don't think they can or will, they should look at people like him in a big game like that, one of the biggest games of the season, and go, this kid should be leading England, and who knows how many others could be, but we're going to put extra obstacles in the way.
But yeah, we're gonna stunt their potential, their development and their growth.
Don't get me going.
Don't get Chris going. Presley, absolutely outstanding young person.
Right marketing campaign for Las Vegas, that, innit? Presley.
It writes itself, Phil Daly.
Come on.
It writes itself.
It's almost as if they
Elvis.
chose Leeds for him.
Yeah. But the thing is, just on that, you can't drop him.
Very difficult
That's
to drop.
a good point,
So
because
how can you drop him?
we sort of said 2 games ago, Cam. It'd be funny if I called you Cal then, actually. There was 6 games left at the time. Now there's only 4, plus the playoffs and the grand final. Would you be comfortable? Do you think we should be sticking with Presley for the rest of the running now? Do you think he needs a rest? How do you think we should kind of hold him back, let him go?
At some point in the next 4 games, he should have a rest. He shouldn't play all 4 of those games. I've been burnt by the likes of Stevie Ward before, who 18, similar situation, ended up winning the grand final, but probably run down by the end of that, got injured and never really recovered after that injury. It was always the story of his career. Gannon seems to have grown out of the injuries, but we have seen a similar thing with him, where he was so relied upon at 17 and 18 and then missed basically 2 full seasons. So we do want to protect him, especially because, as mentioned earlier, I think we've got the best pack in the league. And when those people come back, we shouldn't forget how good they were earlier in the season.
That's a good point.
So it's not like we need him. He's a bit of a luxury in many ways when those players come back.
What it does mean that you don't have to rush them back. So if Tom Allroyd's not 100%,
don't rush him back.
If Mick's not right, we don't need to rush him back. I'd like to see Jenkins back inside. We have got the best pack in league. I don't care what anyone says. If you look at the depth we've got, if they're all available,
it's remarkable that we're actually in the situation that we're in with injuries. I was like, I don't know if Presley's going to get a look in this season because of the depth we've got.
Because of how great they've played. Would you be comfortable if... Would you like to see him go through, or do you think...
I just don't know how you can drop him.
It's a crazy luxury,
difficult.
isn't it? It's a mental luxury to be in a position where we're talking this kid up.
I like him as a starter as well.
I do apologise.
I mean, that was...
I like him as a starter because he's young, he's athletic. Him and Keenan were really, really like... Well, Keenan were like a man possessed, wasn't he? But
I'll have to come to
they
him
were
in a
just giving
moment.
it to him, and he's just awareness and defence. It just looks like
He just doesn't look out of place, does he?
I don't think I've ever seen that. Honestly, I don't think I have.
I think you hit the nail on the head on the last pod when you said you can't believe this is someone that's only played 4 at the time Super League games.
And it was only his second start and all.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Second start.
Unbelievable. Keep it going, lad.
And not only is he playing, he's standing out. He's shining.
Totally forgiving him for that tash now.
Complete forgiveness from producer Chris. This result marked Hull KR's heaviest loss.
Good.
In 18 months.
Good.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
Of course you did. 20 plus points.
Last one against Catalan, I think.
I don't know.
I think they lost 26-6 to Catalan about April last year.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to trust you with that. Yes. 18-0 at half time. I was absolutely over the moon.
I was, but we've watched Leeds for the last 5 years.
That was my question.
I'm like, if anyone can balls this up, it's us.
I wasn't worried. I take your point. It would be quintessential Leeds over the last 5 quite difficult years. Well, more than that, 8 difficult years that we've had to mess it up. But I just have faith in Brad Arthur and what he's instilled in these players to not mess it up.
The second half went exactly how I thought it would, actually. They did throw more at us, didn't they?
We expected a bit more,
and
didn't
I think
dealt with it, though.
I think we did calm down with the sort of offloads and things like that, which was the right thing to do, because if we'd have got too loose, they could have snuck it. But defensively, we were...
Tackle from Harry Newman on Joe Burgess.
If anyone says to me Harry Newman's overrated again, honestly, and all I hear is, well, Jake Wardle's world class. he's outplaying him.
Never been world class.
That tackle
based
was
on that.
amazing. I just didn't like his pass when he got caught in mid-air, but
I don't know what that. We'll overlook that. I don't know what that was about.
He was like a man possessed. Well, they all were, weren't they? But Harry was outstanding.
It was Harry's best performance of the season. I mean, it was probably a lot of their best performance of the season, but Harry in particular, I think, should be praised for how well he was.
Yeah, I thought they got it right in second half. They'd done the hard work. Like they ran them ragged. It were obviously a game plan.
Yeah,
like lateral.
Yeah,
they were knackered, weren't they? We didn't make any mistakes.
Kept errors to a minimum, and Newman scored the try, didn't he? That killed it.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
There was a lovely bit of like deception that he did before he caught the ball. He'd run his line like he would if he had the ball, and it just totally flummoxed defenders. And
they were in then, yeah.
Brody spotted it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful try.
You could tell because he went like that, didn't he?
Pointed him.
He's like,
sorry.
It was,
absolutely outstanding. You briefly mentioned there, Cam, Jake Connor. This is your first podcast of the year with Jake Connor. What have you made of him across the board, and what did you make when we signed him initially? I thought he were going to be man of steel playing for England.
I should just say that, shouldn't I?
I did.
You did, to be fair.
I massively questioned it. I'm not going to rewrite history. Credit to my dad because he didn't question it as much as me and said it could work. I don't think he said it would unequivocally work.
But he said it could.
Yeah, and he throws that back in my face quite frequently this season. But I'm glad he can. Look, I questioned it for two reasons. One, it looked like at the time, based on what was happening with recruitment and squad development, that he was coming into play centre, and I think that's his worst position of the three that he's played in, predominantly in Super League, and also the generalised opinion that his character's not the best. And I was of the opinion that we're trying to recalibrate the culture in the club.
Definitely.
And it felt like the last thing we needed was to bring a Jake Connor in.
Type in, yeah.
That he quickly won me over because I think after those two games, it was just the two friendlies, and he was playing fullback and playing it really well. I was like, we've got something here, and as long as we can keep his feet on the ground, we'll be all right. And I were dead set on him being our first choice fullback.
What?
I were.
Well, yeah.
Having this, get him out.
until the Catalan defeat, where I went, oh geez, we missed that bit of lightning from Miller.
Lucky.
And in the end, he's found his perfect place in this team. A few weeks later, as the number 7, I think, giving him that level of control. It's basically giving him the keys and saying this is essentially your team.
I think what fixed that for him was it Wakefield when Lockie went off at half-time?
That's
he moved Jake Connor to one, didn't he?
And it didn't work.
It just didn't work. So I think
flat.
Brad were like, I think he said it, hasn't he?
He said it. Well, ever since then, it's been handle it, or last week Hankinson.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again.
But I think giving him the keys and saying this is your team, you're supposed to organise this team. I think that has given him a level of responsibility that's probably helped his temperament. I think sometimes you do need a few dickheads in your team.
Oh, I'm loving his shithousery.
But he's got it in the right now. He's got it in the perfect measure, which is he most predominantly lets his performances do the talking. And boy, are they doing the talking!
He were lining a kick up yesterday. I noticed it on TV and. He was singing at the OKR fans. I'm like, love it.
And of course,
when he scored his great try, dummy,
beautiful try.
Great try. You knew from the moment at that end, scoring at the Western Terrace, you knew straight away he is going to give them some crap.
Yeah.
Give him the old fingers to the lip, shut the F up, celebration, and it's just delicious.
Yeah, you love that, don't you?
Oh, absolutely delicious.
I don't mind shithousery if you can back it up.
Yeah, and he can.
Even when Michael Lewis is doing it and he's scored a wonder try or something, you're like,
got totally outplayed though, didn't he?
I don't even know who playing.
Brody Croft, he had him in his back pocket all night.
Yeah.
Didn't let him...
McDonald put some big hits on him as well.
Yeah, he did. They just had him wrapped up.
When last time we had a 1, 6, 7 and 13 this good? Miller, Croft, Connor and Watkins.
Brent Webb era.
That's what I said to my dad.
Not since then. I mean, Zach Hardiker were good, wasn't he? But he's
Hardiker in 15.
Could make an argument for that. Hardiker, Sidney Maguire, and then it was probably Cuthbertson at loose. He wore Man of Steel in 2015.
Yeah.
But
What year? Yeah, Brent Webber better than. Yeah.
I don't.
Webby did 7 through to 11. Well, 7 through to 12, but missed the grand final in 12.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, probably, yeah.
But we should have listened to
Long
him.
time.
We should have listened to players and Brad Arthur early in the season. I should have done anyway, because I gave him pelters early in the season saying their attack was rubbish. Yeah. And they said, we're a totally new spine. It will click.
Yeah.
Just give us time. And it has.
So last two performances have been the perfect concoction of Brad Arthur's physical approach.
I agree, yeah.
Making sure you nail the basics, coupled with the general Leeds philosophy, which is play what you see.
There's still a bit of Rowan Smith sort of style in there, but it's earned.
It is, and I think that makes us a very dangerous team. And talking about playoffs and potential grand final winners, I think that you're more likely to win a grand final with an attack that's off the cuff and can just throw anything at you, which is what we've got, than a structured one, because by the time you get to grand final, everyone's nailed on their defences. So they're going to deal with what you throw at them structured. So if you can throw something kamikaze at them, like arguably the informed player in Super League, the best player in Super League at the minute, Lockie Miller, you're gonna
His try was an absolutely peach of a move. If you watch it, these three dummy runners,
yeah, there is,
and they just absolutely did all of them, and they did it absolutely perfect.
It was so good. I was like, he's going to go to screen here. There's got to have been some sort of obstruction. There's no way we've just given him that much space.
They executed it
perfect,
and that's not that easy to do, because you could easily run in. You could easily run into a player.
One of them's going to make contact, or you potentially.
OKR player could easily make an attempt and get it. But it was like 1, 2, 3.
And he just dummied it there.
And it was all those players we just talked about. It were Connor to Watkins to Croft to Miller, and that just shows just how good.
But it had gone left, right,
and
then all over, and then gone out,
and then they settled it and went right. We'll put a move on, didn't they?
It was perfectly.
And Lockie's not going to not score there. Although he took it a bit close to the line for me.
Did
he do that on purpose, you think?
I think so. I think he was just winding him up a bit. He knew what he was doing. But that was a microcosm of mixing the...
Microcosm?
Mixing the...
He's back!
It's gone up a level, hasn't it?
Yeah.
He comes back.
The all-new erudite lock pod.
It was a microcosm of the mixing of structure with... off-the-cuff play, like you just said. We were pulling them here, there and everywhere, and they're probably expecting more of that, and then we just threw a beautifully structured play at them, and they weren't ready for it, and it tore them apart in a beautiful way.
I think, moving on to Lockie, I think he were unplayable. I think I texted you, didn't I? I said he's unplayable in that half.
Can't touch him. No,
he couldn't.
We couldn't touch him.
JJB mentioned on the JJB pod with us that some of the stuff Miller does reminds him of Yestin Harris.
Yeah, that was an interesting comparison,
that?
because I'd not even thought of that.
I hadn't, no.
And I get it, actually, watching him a bit, that he's not the same sort of player, is he? But
there's little elements there.
Yeah.
What he'd bring to the team generally, I certainly see the comparison.
But there were one where he caught it on right hand side, and he skipped all the way across, beat about 5 players, and then set Ash.
Yeah, because he dummied and then put Ash over, didn't he? He dummied to.
I think he's the informed player in the league. I don't think
there's not right now this second. There's not a better player in Super League than Miller.
No,
I don't think, and that's me saying that with Jake Connor, potential Man of Steel in the same side.
I don't think Lockie will be far off. He wasn't far off anyway, but I think he'll be racking some points at once.
Massively.
Nobody could touch him.
No.
It's funny about the Yestin Harris comparison, because the player that me, my dad and my granddad have compared him to is Robbie. Because of how explosive he is, his ability to jink and weave and just catch lazy defenders off.
I thought that try against Lee was like a Rob Burrow try.
Yeah.
But that's the one that JJB said he thought that was like Yestin
Harris. Like a Yestin try.
Not bad players to be compared
not
to.
For someone that's not really played that much rugby league.
Which is often forgotten.
Yeah. It is forgotten, and I think that's why
often forgotten.
It's taken him a bit of time to settle in. But
if you recall, I predicted him to win Man of Steel 2024.
Did you?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Obviously didn't quite go according to plan.
Weren't you the one that said we should sign him when
I were all in on him
Before we'd signed him?
Yeah, because I thought he felt like, just looking from the NRL and what he could bring us, he felt like a mixture of sort of Jay Field and Matt Duftin and those
He's
kind of.
Jay Field. We're Jai, aren't we?
Are we?
I'm a Jai. Are you a J?
I think I'd say both.
All right, carry on. Sorry.
I don't talk about him that much.
Pace, explosivity, and I was like, but he's bigger. He feels stronger.
I think he's better than.
I think he's better than both than now.
There. Just because he's elusive, his field, isn't he? And he is quick. I'd say he's quicker than Miller.
Maybe not over 10 metres.
He's not as strong, 100. Is he? And not.
No, that's the difference. That's why I think Miller's better. He can bust. Well, he's top of the league for tackle bust
by a mile,
and that's because he
keeps throwing people on the floor, doesn't he?
Choke slamming people.
It obviously took him time to settle. I mean, his performance yesterday, funnily enough, reminded me of a game that we lost. Do you remember when we lost to St Helens start of 2020?
Which one? Which one?
Start of
for the last 25 years.
Start of 2024, where we were amazing for like 35 minutes, and then he sort of fell off a cliff. And he was, they couldn't touch him, but he was almost a bit too erratic.
Yeah, he's
whereas I feel like since Brad Arthur's come in, he's honed what he brings, and it's always focused. It's like when he found that time when he found Handley. He's not just darting across the line for nothing.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows that Handley and Hankinson are going to get the overlap.
I think his defensive reads and stuff have gone up a notch as well, which is hard. It's a hard place to defend, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
He just gets better really, but I don't think he was the top performer, and that is saying something because he was.
No, he wasn't the top performer.
If he stopped it at half time,
he probably would.
Yeah, probably was. But what happened beyond that?
He'd done damage, hadn't he?
Someone else. Just on Miller. Just lastly on Miller. This might just be me putting two and two together, but his performances and how he's continually growing and his performances are going absolutely through the roof. Is that linked to his appearances on the pod?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course it is.
Because
I don't even
there's
know
an
why
exponential growth. You come on the pod, you just
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there.
Of course it is.
You know, each time he comes on and speaks with us,
of course it is.
He gets better.
Yeah.
Develops. I'm just saying. Of
course it is. You don't need to question that.
I'm just saying.
Tell you what, he should be in Super League Dream Team. I bet he ain't, because I bet they'll go field. But I think he should be.
He has to be. He has to be.
I can't. Anyway,
he's not the only Leeds player I think should be in there who I think will get overlooked because
should be
he's
them all really.
Yeah,
should be full. That's what I always pick. We kind of mentioned him briefly earlier. Mikey Lewis, Sean Wayne kind of said Connor had to perform against the top sides,
which he'd already done and has done repeatedly since.
He's now. He's just smacked the bottoms of the league leaders with a awesome performance for the second time, and yet Mikey Lewis was absolutely horrendous.
I'd still have Michael Lewis in England side
over Jake.
No,
it wouldn't be a bad partnership.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But we're gonna go with a scrum half from the team in 8th for Warrington. George Williams.
I don't mind George Williams, but it's something that you alluded to earlier, that a bit like in playoffs. We're not going to beat Australia by playing percentage rugby. They're better than us.
Yeah. Get yourself in the percentage game, but have something to throw at them.
A bit of chaos.
Organised chaos.
That'll unsettle them because they're not used to that in NRL.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah.
How did you think he played?
Lewis.
Michael Lewis.
I mean, he's got a number on him. He might as well not have turned up.
I think apparently he's injured. But
he apparently really got a bit of a shoulder knock.
But it doesn't really matter. Brodie Croft just picked him up, put it in his pocket. He probably could, actually.
Yeah, he probably could. People forget how good Crofty is defensively. He's one of the best half-back defenders I've ever seen. And he did a number on him, and so did the other fellas on that side. And then obviously totally misread Harry Newman for that try, which I loved.
Yeah,
and particular highlight was when he kicked it out on full when he was trying to go for his big 40.
He just wanted his night, wasn't it?
No, and it was great. Wasn't it? Every time he was on the big screen, he was just getting
it's a bit of pantomime, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Like I said, I don't.
He knows he's
I like him, and I don't mind him being a knob. I don't like the grubby stuff.
No.
But like giving it to crowd and stuff.
From all game, I know.
Yeah, when you're playing well, you can. It's a bit of theatre in it, a bit of theatre. But he was just outplayed. And they don't play an unstructured way, so it were obvious where to target him.
Yeah.
It says everything as well about how strong we are and how we're genuine title contenders, because we've got a spine that can be compared to theirs quite easily, if not better in a fair few places.
Who's that fullback? Or Morg? Yeah,
Millie's better than Morg.
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah, I agree.
You know, and our spine has been generally overlooked, I feel, by a lot of pundits and the so-called experts for most of the season, and they are now really properly starting to click, and they just totally outperformed them yesterday.
Just slowly getting into grand final.
Well,
playoff football now, all the way.
To interject, another player I want to give a bit of raps to is Chris Hankinson.
Yeah.
He had a horror of a debut, didn't he, against the League? I mean, it wasn't that bad.
He just had made a couple of errors.
I thought he were outstanding.
He did
last night.
I did everything that you'd want from a winger without scoring, and I thought Ollie did the same on the other side. Big carries, strong under the eyeball, defensively brilliant, jamming in, putting them
Took
under
a big
pressure.
knock as well, didn't he?
The signing makes sense to me because it's all right saying play Riley Lum, but these are big games, aren't they?
Yeah.
And he's got some experience, and I thought you could tell that. Like when he managed to stay in the field.
Tucked himself in.
Yeah, that's just experience,
Staying on
isn't
the
it? Like, I
island.
know where I am.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this, and I think he were running hard. So I get the give Riley some game. Riley's played a lot of games.
Yeah,
Alfie's injured.
It's not going to do Riley any harm having a bit of a break, playing a bit of reserves, and just taking stock of where he is and what he's learned.
I don't think he can run as hard as Hankinson either.
And I think that gives us a bit more of an edge now
definitely.
when we're going out. I think obviously we're designed to have Sevo on the wing, who obviously is probably the hardest runner of the ball.
Imagine if we had Sevo.
I know it does break my heart a little bit.
Jeez.
Think about how good we could. We're really good. Think about how much better we could have been. With Sevo.
I thought he spoke really well in his interview afterwards and how much it meant to him. And he's like, I'm gutted that I've only got 2 home games.
Yeah, I bet.
And I was like, keep playing well, lad. You don't know.
Yeah, I'd like at this moment in time, I'd like him to stick around next year.
He's good backup, isn't he?
Yeah,
it's up to him whether he wants to be backup, though, isn't it?
And he can play centre and he can play fullback.
Through a season, you get a lot of injuries in outside backs, don't you?
And especially when you bring Sevo back in after basically missing a year.
If he carries on playing as well as he is, I wouldn't have any qualms with him having a year deal.
I think we will
because
sign him.
Like you say, he can cover fullback, centre. I think he's
done a job in halves, I think, as well.
Yeah, and second row. And
he's also a goal kicker.
He's a goal kicker.
A very good one.
I think we'll sign him on a year's deal. The more he plays, Hankinson, the more the signing makes sense.
Yeah.
He's getting better, he's growing into the side. You think, this is exactly
We've
why
just
Ian
got
Blease
to trust Ian Blease,
has brought him in.
Just trust him.
You probably brought him to Salford, I'd have assumed.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's getting.
Same with Shorrocks.
Another smart signing. I'm well in on. I know some people not
I don't
pleased
mind
about
him.
signing Shorrocks. I think that's a very smart
grafter, isn't he?
Very smart signing. Grafter. He's played for forget
Wigan.
he's played for a big team already, so he knows what it's about.
Well, so has Hankinson, hasn't he? From Wigan, so it's
Wigan is.
I ain't got an issue with that. I don't know how much he'll play, but I think it looks like a signing because Cam's injury might be worse.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised if we don't see Cam again for the rest of the season.
Trying to soften the blow there.
Yeah,
I reckon. We haven't spoke about him. KP.
Okay.
Just unbelievable performance. I don't say this lightly. Cam, you did touch on it earlier. That was a Jamie Peacock-esque performance. Huge minutes. Went off, had to come back on because
Bentley got kicked in the head. So
there we go. Because Bentley, I remember. I felt like a Cam and who were going to get it.
Somebody gets kicked in the head, it's going to be Bentley.
That's probably true.
He did well as well.
He had a great game. He goes off. I think he had a quick breather after playing. I think he did half an hour. He goes off, has to come back on. Huge minutes, but at the standard of his game, it doesn't dip.
Oh, it's 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
every week.
Whether he's been on the field.
I mean, he gave a penalty away and a head-eye shot, but I'm not bothered.
Huge
I don't
minutes.
even think it were a head-eye shot. To be
it
honest,
were very harsh.
He is.
Well,
he is, isn't he? He just is.
Yeah,
He's the man.
He's exactly what we needed to partner Mikolai in front row. He's been what we're crying out for since Eva Siumanafangai left in 2020.
Since
probably.
Dave left, yeah. And you mentioned it earlier again, Cam. He's playing with an 18-year-old, Sam Lasoni, 2 props, and then Littlewood and
well, I think
James Bentley.
Brad challenged him, didn't he? He's like, you've got to step up.
Yeah, he said that in his press conference afterwards.
Talk about stepping up.
Yep.
Yeah. You could tell for the first run of game, and he skittles someone.
Yeah.
And you're like, right,
Stupid from OKR to keep kicking every kick-off.
And then another one.
not kicking to 18-year-olds.
He ran straight into Dean Adley, didn't he?
Towards
Bang.
this guy who every single time from those kick-offs there was
What are you
somebody
doing?
getting put on their bum every
What
time.
are you doing?
And
They never
I
learn.
just don't understand why
They
keep
never.
Well, I
They're
think they were
scared of
going that
Presley
way
as well.
because Ryan Hall, they were trying to keep it away from Ryan Hall.
Keep it away
weren't
from
they?
Hall.
Well, yes, but he had
but
some
you
big
gave it
carries
to
and all.
KP. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say about him really. He was outstanding, but we've thought it all year, haven't we? That it's just 9.5 out of 10 every game.
Yeah, just pure class. What have you made of his whole year? Your first pod of the year. What have you made of his? Similar to Jake Connor, what have been your thoughts on this outstanding individual?
I love him.
You know what? I love him as well.
When him and Cooper Jenkins signed, I had a sneaky feeling that both would end up being very good signings because again, I trust Ian Blease. I was surprised we didn't make more signings in the pack, but in the end, Tom Allroyd's proven that he can stay relatively fit last month aside, and we've just got the perfect sort of mixture and depth in the front row now, and you know that number 10 shirt weighs heavy. You got JP who's worn it, Adam Cuthbertson, Barry McDermott. You know, some big legends. When you look at JP, not just of Leeds Rhinos, but of rugby league.
The game itself, absolutely.
And he's just, it looks like it weighs a feather on him. You know, with somebody like Saint Tetavano, he never really. I know he only wore 10 for one season, but he never really lived up to 10 or 13
or any number.
But Keenan is. He's a perfect partner to Mikolai. Like I said, I think he takes a lot of the weight early in the season. I think he took a lot of the weight off Mikolai because for a long time it just felt like if we're gonna have any hope down the middle, it's just Mikolai on nobody.
Mick or bust, yeah.
So yeah, he's had a special season. A season that I don't think has gotten enough credit from outside the Leeds bubble. When I was talking about Miller, and I think should be a shoe-in for Dream Team, but I bet that same old Wigan bias will see him not make it. Keenan, absolutely.
I like that though. That takes me back to Golden Generation.
Well, yeah, because they never seem to get the
individual. So I quite like that. But yeah, and he's not just played prop, has he? He's played loose and he's played that well.
Argument to be made that some of his best performances were at loose forward.
But I just liked his whole performance because it was like, you've got to step up.
And he did.
Right?
I'll do it.
Just monster.
Play me for as long as you want. I'll just go into beast mode. He plays tough, he plays hard, he plays quick, but it's always like the good strength. It's the consistent strength, isn't it? It's similar to like Carl Ablett or Jamie Jones Buchanan, where it's not like I'm going to take your head off, like that kind of feared, hard hitting.
It's just what you need.
Yeah, it's that. It's the consistency of it that makes him so strong.
And his defence, he were all over the pitch.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I think even he cracked
tackles.
Michael Lewis a few times, didn't he?
Yeah.
It shows as well how smart Brad Arthur is, because I think he only played 27 minutes last week. I mean, obviously didn't really need him because of how dominant we were, but you just sort of preparing him the big one is actually the game on Thursday.
It's almost like prepping a racehorse.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds a bit mental.
No.
But you go, right, I'm not gonna run you there. You like pick and choose.
Yeah.
So you've got an easy day at Cass because we twatted them. Just come off because we've got the big one there. It's almost like you're prepping him. And Brad Arthur's played it to an absolute T, hasn't he? He's smashed it. Given the bigger minutes against KR, he'll smash KR. We get away with the win. I thought we dominated both halves of the game. I know KR.
They came back a bit. I thought we felt comfortable, didn't we?
I never felt. Well, in fact, I was gutted when they did score.
Oh,
but they never really threatened us, did they?
They were Burgess on wing that Harry stopped.
Harry just smashed him into
Other than
touch.
that, we felt comfortable with their systems, didn't we? We've got you.
And when you're playing top of the league at home and you're twatting them, and when they score, you're gutted.
I mean, that says something.
Is that not the perfect performance?
In many ways,
The absolute epitome of
what you
perfection.
want. I mean, he said, didn't he? 77 minutes, flawless, and then obviously cast aside the last 3 minutes because that's when they scored.
That's when they scored.
For me, just touching on the dichotomy between the two halves.
It's definitely about games.
The first
I can't even spell that.
I can't even say it.
the first half was obviously the electric, the really enjoyable one, but in some ways the second half we should almost take more value from because they were more of the Hull car that you expect. I mean, in the first half we didn't let them be the Hull car that they expect, but in the second half you got more of what we come to know.
I don't know about you, but what I do in situations like that where we're in front, like 18,
start half again.
Well, yes and no.
Again.
What I do in my mind is I'm counting minutes down, and I'm like, can they score 4 tries in 15 minutes?
15 minutes, yeah.
But it went so quick. It got to we were 20-0 up.
Yeah,
so they had to score 4, and I'm like,
not happening.
It's not happening. I can't see it. And then we scored, didn't we? So I'm
definitely not happening.
But that's how my mind works. So it's like working back minutes.
I get that.
Kind of slicing it up like a pie chart, bit by bit, chipping away. Like, right, it's impossible. We've won. Yeah, we've won. We've done it.
So
there's 5 seconds left. They can't score 9 tries.
I wasn't. What I'm saying is, I wasn't doing it that much because I felt we were comfortable. I just didn't see them breaking us down.
No. The biggest compliment I can pay to that second half is, we talked about the golden generation. That were like something that they would do in a big game. Yeah. They've done the damage. They're ahead.
It's a good comparison.
Let's just calm it down. We don't need to go overplay. We'll just get through us basics, make meters. When the opportunities come, we'll try and ice them, and that's what we did when Harry scored. We'll chip away with penalties, and we'll defend. We'll defend well.
That's what they said they did in 2015 grand final when it with. Josh Walters scored it.
Yeah, and then
20 minutes to go,
and then it was just shot.
And they were like, "They ain't winning this."
Yeah, we've got the game now. We just need to see it out and win it. Anything else before we jump to the stats?
Just on that, props to like somebody like Jake Connor, who could be seen as a bit of a maverick in the past, to then take your team and be like, no, let's calm it down, let's control things. That just shows incredible maturity.
Of course it does. And I think he's thriving in how confident he is in his own game, but the fact that we have, like you mentioned earlier, chucked the keys to him.
But it's interesting because
this is yours.
Brad Arthur has mentioned calming people down, and it's never been Jake Connor.
No.
He said, I've got to calm Lockie Miller down and Harry Newman.
He's never once mentioned Jake in that aspect.
No.
Which thriving.
Yeah.
Long mate, continue.
Only disappointing thing about Jake Connor is it would have been nice if we'd have had the foresight to see that he would be our first choice number 7 at the start of the season.
Absolutely.
We'd be looking at top spot.
Yeah, it's not just that as well, it's the fact that it'd be nice if he was wearing that procedure.
7.
He'll get that 7.
He'll get it next year, but like when we win grand final this year, it would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice. It's now time for the stats pack, the attack of the stats. Thanks as always to the Stig for these stats. Spoke to the Stig earlier, said Leeds were unreal. 92% completion rate. KP tremendous. Lackey excellent. Crofton Connor controlled it. Those little 1% efforts won.
It's a good job we get them from Stig because Super League website does 105% again.
105%.
Impressive.
Yeah, not bad.
That's
We've got the
absolutely
proper stats.
perfect. We've got the proper stats from the proper person. Lucky Miller, 220 metres.
What's he averaging a game?
I think they said 210 on Sky, so just an average game for Lucky.
Come on, Lockie.
Come on, Lockie. Squeeze it up. Ryan Hall, 98, which is 100.
That's
Ash Hanley, 96, which is 100. What you say, sorry? Surprisingly.
I thought Ollie would have... If it felt like a game that Ollie had got over 100.
I agree. Harry, 122. Chris Hankinson, 117.
That's impressive.
That is impressive, yeah. He has Jake Connor, 96. Keenan, 171 from...
Really?
That, and 20 tackles. 171, 57 minutes.
There's not many props to get in that.
No, there ain't.
Clap it in. 126 from Presley Cassell, 53 minutes, 21 tackles,
That's impressive.
126 metres and a try.
Not bad. I tell you,
Go on,
we've not,
Elvis.
Presley, you are absolutely wonderful.
I tell you, we've not spoken about, and I came on this podcast determined to talk about him. Callum Watkins.
Callum?
Over 100 metres. I mean, how many did he get? 119.
119. 36 tackles.
What a
75 minutes.
I don't know what you can say though, because it's like, don't matter where he plays.
No.
Brad Arthur said that, didn't
Played
he?
centre,
Or
didn't he?
he says,
Yeah.
I'll let him tell me where he wants to play.
I would rather him not play centre next week just because of how good he is at loose. You know, if Ash is injured, just how good he is at loose forward. He knits everything together. He works hard, and he's got skill set. What a kick for!
I'm literally about to say skill set. Put a kick through.
So, look,
We'll have a try there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Brad's comments were just like, let him just tell me where he wants to play. I'll put him there.
he
It's
could be
fine.
one that signing. You could say he's signing that season, definitely mid-season signing that
there's no-
season.
Oh, there's no one even
There's no discussion
remotely
there,
close,
but just
is there?
overall signing the season could very well make that
Oh,
point.
easy. That's an argument. Easy, isn't it, to get...
And it's the fact that we've got, three candidates for the overall Super League signing of the season.
Yeah.
Just well done, Ian, please.
Yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal. Where did I get to? Morgan, 81. Callum, 119. And then we'll go to the most tackles. It's Jared again. He's
As
back.
per usual.
As per usual.
Thought he
He's
played
back
well.
top.
I know they all played well, but I thought he would.
He had a really good game.
He just goes under the radar, doesn't he? Like, he just makes a million tackles, it feels
And
like.
that's what we needed against him.
Yeah.
Yeah, massive. It just leads our defence, doesn't it? Comes flying out, makes the hits, makes the
I
tackles.
don't mind Ackers coming on late on
No.
at all. I mind him being on bench and not getting on.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Not
Him and
if we
Littlewood
win.
got little minutes in there. Littlewood got 10 minutes. Acker's got 16. But the game's done at that stage, isn't it? We're just seeing it out.
yeah.
Just seeing it out. James McDonald, 39 tackles, and Callum, 36 tackles. It's now time to choose our Lucky Miller Fast Signs Player of the Match. But before we do, comment below on this video on YouTube. Play along at home with your vote for your Lucky Miller Fast Signs Player of the Match. And let's see if you agree with us. We do, of course, have a message board now, a forum, thelotpod.proboards.com, thelotpod.proboards.com. We put a thread on the forum now, and they have a vote too, whichever the poll. If I put a poll up, sorry. And that also is and casted as a vote. Who did the forum vote for today? Producer Chris.
KP by a mile.
KP by a mile. Who wants to go first with their Lucky Miller Fast Signs
I
player
don't want to pick.
of the match?
It's like picking favourite kid. I've only got
Do you
one,
want me
though.
to go first?
Yeah.
KP.
You go second, and then I might give
KP
a pity vote to somebody.
by a
This is the
country mile.
hardest one we've done all year.
Easily.
Oh no, the hardest one were at Saints game when we lost.
Yeah, that's the hardest one.
It's Miller or KP, but I'm going to go KP just because of the performance.
Great, I can go Miller then. And
And it's 3-1. KP, first one, I reckon.
Yeah.
that in itself is it speaks to the performance levels of everybody
Of everyone
else.
else, particularly Lucky Miller. Was
Well, any other day, Lackey's probably going to get it, innit?
Yeah.
or Presley.
First half, man.
Or Jake.
Or Jake, or Presley, yeah. Or Callum. Well, congratulations to Keenan Palacia. You are the Lucky Miller Fast Signs Player of the Match. It's now time to look ahead to the Rhinos' next fixture versus the other side of Hull. Any changes to the side, Cam? Hackers, Oledzki, Hanley potentially all coming back or missing, or
We spoke about luxury earlier. I think we're now in a situation where if Ash, it's just even if it's just a small issue,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
wouldn't rush him back.
Absolutely.
I would, if it was me, I'm pushing Chris Hankinson into centre because he played there before. I'm putting Riley on the wing. I think that's the best way to deal with it.
Riley loves playing at Hull as well, doesn't he?
He does. So that would be what I would be doing. I'd consider Shorrocks in potentially for his debut just to give us a bit more size. And then with Mikolai, it's just a case of how fit is he, how ready is he? Because like we said earlier, don't have to rush him back.
Yeah. Chris, producer Chris?
I'm going to disagree with Cam. I'd leave Hankinson on the wing and put Callum there.
Would you? Would you go with Callum on the wing? Centre, sorry.
And I'd bring Shorrocks in at 13.
Straight in. I did think about that. I'm just not sure I want to bring him straight into that spot. And Callum's
We've
been so
signed
good
him for
there.
a reason. And I think...
Get him in.
And that's what I'd do. I like Hankinson on wing. I wouldn't play Hanley if he's
No.
got any
I don't think we'll see Hanley, will we?
sort
he'll
of
get
injury.
I
I think
just
giving away.
wait until he's ready to come back.
I think Mick will play.
I'm going to say
Yeah, I'm expecting him to play.
I think he just could go instead of Littlewood.
because he's missed a lot of games, hasn't he?
It was sense that he last
So
played.
I reckon he needs to get some games. If he's fit, I'd get him in now.
Well, it's not a muscle injury, is it?
No, it's
No.
So it's
Complete
more a case of just
reconstruction
that
of his-
he's
making sure it's safe.
It's safe. So
I did think you were going to play on Thursday.
Yeah, I
Obviously, I
did.
know Arthur then said he won't be doing.
I
But
thought
the fact that he was in the 21 surely should suggest
positive.
the next step would be for him to be in the 17 this week.
So yeah, that my two changes would be if Hanley's injured, Watkins at centre, Shorrock's in at loose forward, Aledsky
Now let's get back in
for Littlewood,
for Littlewood.
and that's it.
I thought, obviously, it came on with 10 minutes to go. I think the game was essentially won, but he still didn't look out of place in Littlewood.
Doesn't look out of place, no. And it's good minutes for a minute
An experience, isn't it?
Yeah,
He plays best in
experience,
league. Well, they're not best in league.
Well,
at this.
You know,
What points?
he's playing for the best in the league. Is that what you meant?
That's
he's
what I
playing
meant.
for the best.
That's
team
what I meant.
in the league. Predictions to finish up.
Tricky fixture, this.
Yeah. Not according to what he's written on his sheet.
Yeah.
As per usual.
Oh, hang on, sorry. There's a zero missing.
I think they've got the two main players out,
Who are their main players?
Asiata and Price.
Wow, Paul.
Well, no, the main player is Aidan Caesar.
Wow, is he still there?
He does my head in.
49, isn't he? I'm going Leeds by 32.
It says 302 there.
Oh, sorry, 302. Don't make me change my mind.
I'm not saying anything now, so I got told off. Leeds by 18.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Funny,
80.
I was going to say Leeds by 16, but I'm edging maybe towards even more than that.
Oh, here we go.
I don't want to get too...
40.
We should be right to be
too
confident.
Yeah.
Perhaps we're going to absolutely destroy him.
I just get the feeling we're in a bit of a groove now, and I'm hoping that groove stays until
ball is
end of the
rolling.
season.
I would not be shocked to see us
Rack it up.
win all these.
To win every game on the way to the
last
grand final.
four games, and well, then it's a simple equation to win a grand final. Then if we went last four, I'm pretty sure that would probably put us second, wouldn't it? Because it meant we'd beat Wigan.
Yeah.
So it would just be cut down to points difference. But if Wigan lose to somebody like Saints, who they have to play,
There's a couple of fixtures that play well for us in last four.
well, Saints have got to play Wigan, Hull KR, and Lee.
And Lee, yeah.
And that Saints and Lee game's great for us
For
because
us.
one of them's going to lose, aren't they?
Yeah,
You'd
well,
assume,
and this is
And
how
Wigan.
good we are, how good we've become, because the Wigan Saints game's good for us because one of them has to lose, which can only be a good thing.
Absolutely.
But it's in our hands, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Prediction?
I'll go Leeds by 20.
Yeah, it's up to it.
I have upped it.
I'll take that Leeds by 20. Thank you to Cameron. Great to have you back. Thank
was
you
nice
to
to be
Chris
back.
as always. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for listening. If you are listening on iTunes or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review. It just boosts us up those podcast charts more than you'll know. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget we've got the JJB podcast available now. And if you do subscribe and you'll be notified when the Danny Maguire podcasts, plural, 'cause it's in 2 parts, is ready to watch. We can't wait for you to see that
actually,
one.
just on that. Sorry,
Go ahead.
I might do it in one part.
It's going to be in 1 part, so make sure you subscribe.
Sorry,
be in
I'm
3
just breaking.
parts.
You see how professional we are?
Breaking news, we're just producing on air now. You know what we're like. And don't forget, you can follow us throughout the week on Instagram and TikTok. Just search for the Lot Pod. That's us there. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you all for the whole review.